Hi, my name's Nicole, and I'm a nurse practitioner student at Cedarville University. And I'm just going to talk to you a little bit today about activity and how to promote good exercise and to do one that is easy to stick with and works great. There are a couple websites that are really good to use. Both are government websites that I found. The CDC was a good one, as well as Healthy People 2020. And they're able to show you physical activities to do and some advantages of physical activity. There was a few quotes on Healthy People 2020. One of them was more than 80% of adults do not meet guidelines for both aerobic and muscle strengthening activities. So there are a lot of adults that aren't as active as they should be. And also, the CDC said that inactive people are ones that do not do 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise weekly. So that's pretty easy not to do because a lot of people have so many other things to do, they don't think about being physically active. But there are a lot of evidence that shows that there's a benefit with increasing exercise versus being sedentary and not doing a lot of movements. Exercise also can clearly impact diseases, so that's one of the advantages. Because you're less likely to have heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes. There's actually cancers, forms of different cancers like breast cancer and colon cancer, that your chances of getting those are less likely if you're more physical active. So it's very important to be active. It can help older adults not fracture hips and things because their bones are stronger and they have less likelihood of being osteoporosis or having osteoporosis. So that's a good reason why they should definitely be active. Also, it helps people to be able to do everyday activities better, like cleaning the house, doing chores, putting groceries in the house, carrying those, going upstairs. So the more physically active you are, the less likely you're going to have problems with things like that. And it also relieves fatigue. So it helps you to sleep better when you're more physically active and exercise, and it makes you just better at your mood as well. So it helps with anxiety and depression. So if people are anxious and depressed, it's definitely good to be active to help with that. Some recommendations for an exercise program that really works. If you're not very active, you definitely want to start out slow. You don't want to do anything too rigorous at first because sometimes it can hurt you. So it's definitely important to just take it slow and start out with something that would be easy for you to stick with. So exercising and spreading it out, just even walking at first and doing that 5 to 6 times a week for like 5 to 10 minute intervals is a very good thing, the CDC says. That way you're more likely to stick with it. So you want to do that for a few weeks and just kind of try to get your stamina going. And once you start doing that, and it's been a few more weeks, you definitely want to start doing aerobic exercises because aerobic exercises are the best. It gets your heart rate going and it helps. They say you should do stuff like elliptical training, water aerobics, Zumba, and that stuff that's fun that you could do with even your friends, and you could take a class or two and definitely keep up with that. You want to do that 3 times a week for about an hour, and you also want to add some stretching into it. Stretching can help manage osteoarthritis and strengthen your musculoskeletal system. So stretching even 2 times a week on top of that is very helpful. And Pilates is a good thing. Yoga for stretching as well is very good. They teach you different moves to do. So definitely classes are going to be something that people might want to stick with better, because you can go with people and you have someone that kind of holds you accountable. Um, and resistance exercise needs to be incorporated into it too. You want to do it 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes a day, when you're doing those 3 times, because that's going to help build stamina. It'll prevent that osteoporosis because it's going to be strengthening your bones and also building muscle. So you want to put that into the aerobic exercises, because that's going to really help um, get you stronger, and you'll be able to have more stamina. And then finally, you also want to have a warm up. So you're going to do a 5 to 10 minute warm up and cool down with each thing that you do, the aerobics especially. You want to just warm up, do that for a little bit, then do the aerobic exercises, and then cool down. And then you can do your strength training the 3 times a day. And there's several different websites that'll show you different strengthening exercises you can do, where you can do 3 sets of 10 with the dumbbells or resistance bands, and you can work your triceps and your biceps and other muscles as well with that. And a good website to do. I know that the CDC had a few that talked about different things you could do, so it's definitely will be helpful if you have resources to look at. And the more active you are, it does show that even just a little bit of exercise goes a long way. And if you're currently not active at all, walking and then starting to incorporate those other things is really going to help you, and be positive health effects just from a little bit of exercise. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.